Elite Facts presents
10 awful deaths caused by social media.
10.
Cassandra Porter committed suicide after another student set up a Facebook page under a false name encouraging her to kill herself. Prior to her suicide by hanging, Cassandra attempted to commit suicide by overdosing on pills as a result of the online harassment. Thinking she had recovered and the bullying had ceased, her father went out of town on business. When he returned, he found her hanging.
9.
Terri Marie Palmer stabbed her boyfriend after posting a Facebook status saying that her boyfriend was, quote, peeing me off sitting on Facebook, completely blanking me when I'm talking to him. In retaliation for her boyfriend's inattentive attitude while he checked messages on his phone, Palmer promptly stabbed him through the heart with a bread knife, killing him. The hairdresser was found guilty of Damon Searson's murder and given a life sentence in prison.
8.
In 2014, Courtney Sanford crashed her car into a highway median moments after updating her Facebook status with, quote, "The happy song makes me happy." One of the drivers involved in the collision saw Sanford's car cross the median but was unable to maneuver out of the way. A life lost just to put up a meaningless status that we could guess nobody cared about reading anyway.
7.
When a teenage gang in London decided to kill a rival 15-year-old Sathyan Binu, they planned the attack online. Further taking the public sharing theme to absurd levels, the gang decided to hack Sathyan to death while hundreds of people watched. Armed with an assortment of weapons from samurai swords and machetes to Swiss Army knives and screwdrivers, the teams chased Sathyan across busy Victoria Tube Station before stabbing, cutting, kicking, and punching him to death in front of hundreds of IRL onlookers. Since the whole massacre took place in a public space, it was captured on CCTV, and 3 of the savage little lunatics were convicted of murder, 5 of manslaughter, and 9 on lesser charges.
6.
When a normal 15-year-old is forbidden to use his favorite social networking site, they might throw a little fit or complain about needing it for digital connection. But when the kid is not normal, it goes a different route. Hugh Stochions' parents banned him from using MySpace, so he killed his dad with a 12-gauge shotgun. To the father's credit, the kid had been threatening to kill himself for weeks on MySpace. While that is a good enough reason to take his internet access away, it may have actually been a great warning sign that the kid had some serious issues. So one day, this seriously disturbed kid played hooky and came up with a plan. If his father came home before 4:00 p.m., he wouldn't kill himself, he'd kill his dad instead. Obviously, his dad got home early, so the kid went into the kitchen and shot him in the back of the head. He then called a friend who convinced him to turn himself in instead of killing himself.
5.
Richard McCroskey was just 20 years old and a self-styled horrorcore rapper from a small town in Virginia. Realizing that nobody actively follows bands on Facebook, McCroskey turned to MySpace. On the site, he posted some of his profound musical stylings under the name Psycho Sam and rapped about murder and killing people. Psycho Sam's victims were his own girlfriend, his best friend, and her parents. Their bodies were found at their home, having been bludgeoned to death with a hammer and maul while they slept.
4.
One day, Edward Richardson's wife, Sarah, decided to change her relationship status from married to single. This would obviously annoy most married men, but since this couple was actually already kind of separated, she probably didn't see it as a big deal. He felt differently. After their separation, Sarah decided to move back in with her parents, and he snuck in and stabbed her to death. After he committed this brutal crime, Edward ended up killing himself.
3.
Scott Humphrey repeatedly punched his friend Richard Rovetto in a cab on the way back from a guy's night out. The reason was Rovetto had poked Humphrey's girlfriend on Facebook. Rovetto claimed that he didn't know she was Humphrey's girlfriend. The punches caused Rovetto to bleed profusely, and he died when Humphrey pushed him to the ground, causing him to hit his head on the pavement.
2.
The craziest, most ridiculous social networking killer wasn't actually a killer at all. The only murders this woman committed took place in her own deranged imagination. In a twisted, sadistic scheme taken to bizarre extremes, Natalia Burgess spent months creating Facebook and Bebo profiles for fake attractive teenage girls. Her main goal was to seduce dozens of teen schoolboys into online relationships. Natalia would then kill off the fake girls in tragic accidents or suicides, using other made-up personas to break the news. The girls' online boyfriends were traumatized and devastated. Over 40 teen boys have been identified as victims of her internet mind games.
1.
Adam Mann was a chef who murdered his former wife after she taunted him on Facebook about child support payments. He used a hammer to batter Lisa Beverly before slashing her neck with a knife. He left her in a pool of blood where she was found by the couple's 5-year-old son, in a scene of unimaginable horror. Beverly had 18 broken ribs and had no chance of survival after being hit repeatedly about the face, head, neck, and all over her body.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.